Okay, so here is the Unit 4 test reviews. So before starting this video, before even watching me do anything, you need to make sure you work through this on your own. So work through it on your own, then check your answers with me as I go over them. So it says, which segment is parallel to RY? So RY is right here. So it could be UV or VU, and that's it. So C. Okay. Which segment is skew? So skew means neither parallel nor has an intersect with UY. Okay, so UY is right here. So skew would be like SV or XR or what's another one? Let's just go through them. VR, that's parallel, that won't work. RY, that one intersects with UY, so that doesn't work. XT, okay, that would be skew, right? Because it's not parallel, but it doesn't intersect with it either. So XT. Which segment is parallel to UV? So UV is this one, RY. I feel like these are the same questions. They are. They're just switched. Okay, oh well. All right, which point is coplanar? So S and Y. Oh wait, S and Y, no, those aren't on the same plane. T and V, those aren't on the same plane. R and U, yes, R and U are on the same plane. See how they're located on this side? So that's how we know they're coplanar. Wow, I'm noticing a repetition here. All right, so which symbols notation represents contrapositive of a conditional statement? So that would mean they need to be switched and negated. This little squiggly line means that they're negated. So it should be the B. Q, not Q, then not P. We're breaking up the C strain. Now be careful with this one because this may be switched out for another word on the test. Okay, same thing with all these. They're definitely gonna be switched out with other things, so just be careful. Which of the following is an inverse? Okay, so inverse means that they're just, both of them are negated. So meaning that it should be, if you were not a baseball player, then you were not an athlete. Oh, that's mean. Okay, so the first one is the inverse. Okay, if you're not a baseball player, then you're not an athlete. The second one would have been the contrapositive. This one would have been the biconditional statement of it. If you're an athlete, then you're not a baseball player. This would be the what would that be? The converse. Okay, you just switch the two. All right, so provide a counterexample to prime numbers are always odd. Okay, let's see, can we think of one? 3 is odd, 2 is a prime number, but it is even. All right, a statement that contains if and only if I already mentioned is biconditional. Okay, this is a vocab, something, so you just gotta memorize that one. All right, which of the following would prove that K is congruent to, or not congruent, is K is parallel to M? So we look at these. Are these alternate interior, alternate exterior? No, and they're not consecutive or corresponding, so none of the above. These are consecutive or corresponding, so C will be the answer to that one. Which of the following cannot be used to prove that two lines are parallel when cut by a transversal? Let's look at that. Alternate interior angles are congruent. That works. Alternate exterior works. Same side exterior are congruent. No, these have to be supplementary. Okay, so C. Now, would vertical angles prove that something is congruent? No. Okay, so just throwing that out there. Vertical angles wouldn't either. All right, so decide if the following uses inductive or deductive reasoning to develop a conclusion. Of two obtuse angles cannot be supplementary. So a 94-degree angle is obtuse, 102-degree angle is obtuse. They add together equal 196. So they are not supplementary. So what kind of, would this be inductive or deductive? This would be inductive reasoning. Remember, inductive is the one that is not like a proof, it's using just like kind of like examples. Deductive, you need to use like actual like definitions, okay? So you say inductive, and that'd be the answer, okay? You don't have to give me any other kind of explanation for that. All right, so tell me what this one is, whether it's the law of detachment or the law of syllogism, okay? If it's Tuesday, then I go to McDonald's. If you go to McDonald's, then you order a Happy Meal. Therefore, it's Tuesday, and I order a Happy Meal. That is the law of syllogism. Okay, so what they did, the law of detachment says, okay, if it's Tuesday, I go to McDonald's. What is that true? What does that mean if it's Tuesday? That means I'm going to. So it's just, the law of detachment just basically says they're separately true. Law of syllogism says if there's two things that are the same, I cross them out, and then I create a new statement. Okay, if I know a measure of angle 7 is 65, I can find the rest. So that would mean angle 2 is also 65. Angle 4 would be whatever 180 minus 65 is, which is 115. That would mean angle 3 is also 115. And then all I need to do is find angle 5, which is 65. So I found them all. 65, 65, 115, 115. I'm gonna put little degree symbols too. Pretty easy. All right, so here it says state any theorems or postulates that you used and find the value of x. So we gotta state which postulate this is. So this would be alternate interior. Okay. But alt interior angle theorem. And then I'm gonna set them equal, right? Subtract 1 equals 132 divided by 6. 132 divided by 6 is 22. And I found the value of x. I don't know why on your test it's going to be a different one. It's not going to be the same, but this should be alt interior angle theorem. And then again, you set them equal. 2 plus 6x equals 38. Subtract 2. X is equal to 6. All right, is there enough information to prove these lines are parallel? If so, justify your answer. So looking at these are alternate interior angles, so yes. So this would be the alternate interior angle converse. So make sure when you're answering this that you include the word converse in your answer. If not, I'm gonna count off. Say yes. Here, we know that these are in order to prove that these are congruent, I would need to know that these two were congruent or these two, okay? Because we don't know those, you'd say no, not enough information. Inevitable. All right, so on the test you're being given a word bank. You'd be like, yay, Miss Garner, the best. Yeah, so you can use a word bank to answer the questions. So first one's always given. Angle 1 is a right angle by definition of perpendicular lines, because we know W and X are perpendicular. We know the measure of angle 1 should equal 90 degrees by definition of the right angle. We know angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent because they are consecutive or corresponding angle. Angle theorem or angles theorem. We know definition of congruence, that these two are equal, the two measurements are equal. Substitution property of equality says that the measure of angle 2 should equal 90 degrees because we just substituted 2 for angle 1. Then we know 2 is a right angle because it's definition of right angle. And then we can say that x is perpendicular to t, the hyperperpendicular to transversal theorem. And that's it. And so you can always start this problem. You already know 2 of the blanks already, okay? You always gonna write given, and then whatever you're trying to prove always goes in the last blank. I'm just giving you the answers. All right, so this next one is not like that, but here we go. So we know angle 4 and 112 are add up to 180 because of definition of linear pair. Then by the subtraction property of equality, we know that the measure of angle 4 would equal 68. Then we know angle 4 is equal to 6x plus 2 by substitution property. That's not in there, so is it? Oh, that would be by the alternate interior angle theorem. Alternate angle theorem. I would say and substitution, but there we go. So then we'll subtract the subtraction property. And then the last one is always going to be what you're trying to prove. All right, 2 more proofs. Okay. So this one right here, we know BD bisects angle ABC. So we always write what's given right here. Then by definition of bisector, we know that angles ABD is equal to angle, or is congruent to angle DBC, or the measure of them, sorry, measure of them are equal. And then by substitution, I can substitute these 2 in. Then the subtraction property would give me, let's see what's in my word bank, 20 equals 5x plus 5. Then we subtract the 5 by the subtraction property, so I get 15 is equal to 5x. Then 3 is equal to x. This is given to me. By the substitution property, I know the measurement of angle ABD is equal to 5 times 3 plus 20. Then I would simplify like it's asking. So when I combine 15 times 3 is 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 20 is 35. Then we know by substitution property, since these 2 were equal, okay, then I know the DBC is also equal to 35. My angle addition postulate tells me that the measurement of angle ABD plus the measurement of angle DBC is equal to the measurement of angle ABC. Then we use substitution to plug 35 in for both of these. 35 plus 35 is 70. So 70 degrees is equal to the measurement of angle ABC. And then finally, measure of angle ABC is equal to 70 degrees. Whew, that was a lot. All right, the last one, okay, again, we can use the word bank. We know 2 is congruent to 3 because of given. We know that this last one is going to be a converse because we're proving something is parallel. We know angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent because of the vertical angle theorem. Then we know angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 by the transitive property. And since angle 1 and angle 3 are congruent by the corresponding angle converse, these are parallel. Okay, that's our test review. Y'all study hard. If you need any help, again, reach out to me, and I'll see y'all soon. God bless. Bye.